Hello, and welcome to Verbling. I'm Teacher Oakley again, or still, such as the case may be. And for the next hour, I would like to invite basically all levels of English speaker to join me in a conversation about family. I will give you feedback regarding your English sentence structure, and hopefully we'll be learning a little vocabulary along the way, and this will be an excellent chance for you to practice practical conversational English. Talking about something which is familiar to all of us, of course, the family. As a matter of fact, I have a bunch of my family staying with me right now. Oh boy. In any case, you will have a chance to do a little description. I'll be asking questions about your family, your relationships with your family, more abstract opinion questions, so everyone will get a chance to practice different types of English speaking. Okay. What is your family like? Oh boy. Hello, Max, again.
Hello again, hello.
Hello. Okay. Max, conversation class about the family. Max, do you have a large extended family? You come from a
I'm not,
big family, or?
I'm not sure about big family.
Right, it's
Uh,
relative, really. Ha ha ha. It's relative. Is relative. Ha ha. Little joke there. Uh,
I have only one brother
okay.
and a cousin.
Okay. Okay. Well, actually, let's talk about terminology here for just a second. Okay. Your nuclear family. All right.
Nuclear.
No, yeah, really, that's a common. Doesn't mean that you've been radioactive, exposed to radiation. Your family is radioactive. No, 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 no. Nuclear family is actually a common co-location, but this refers to basically husband, wife, children. Okay, that's nuclear family. All right. Your immediate family would include your parents and your brothers and sisters and your wife and kids. Okay. That would be your
Interesting.
immediate family, and then
I
your
think in Russia we don't have these terms.
yeah, okay,
We
maybe
just
not.
say we just say close relatives.
Right. Okay. We also have that. We also have that close versus actually close and versus distant relatives. He's a um, a distant relative is somebody like a second cousin. A second cousin is like the child of your cousin is your second cousin. So that would be a distant relative. So nuclear family, husband, wife, and children. Immediate family would include parents and brothers and sisters. Extended family, now you're getting into aunts, uncles, grandparents, and cousins. Um, Distant relatives are like second cousins or crazy in-laws and things like
Did
that.
you have some? Did you have some kind of? Do you have some kind of idiom about six cousins? I mean, very distant relatives.
No. Why? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about some Russians, and I don't know how to express that. It's like watered down by 6 times, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Blood watered down by 6 times. Well, there's another interesting blood relative. Okay.
Yeah,
More
interesting.
terminology. Okay, you have the idea of blood relative, meaning you share the same blood. Obviously, your in-laws, people that you are relatives by marriage. Um, okay, see, there you go. Look, he's my second cousin by marriage. All right, that would be
Second cousin by
that
marriage.
would be your wife's cousin's child. So really, not in any way do you share the same blood with this person, the same genetic material, right? So yeah, that would be a very distant relative. No, we don't really have an idiom, but we make jokes about it all the time. He's my second cousin on my mother's side in-law. Uh, okay.
In-law.
Whatever. I don't know. We play around just to be goofy to express that the person is such a distant relative. They, you know, might as well not be related at all. So anyway, back to my original question. Your extended family, okay, including aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents. Small family or big family?
Um, by it's possible to say by my roots, or I don't know, by my roots. It's not a big family, but my wife has a lot of uh, relatives. Mm,
Yeah,
but exactly now it's my relatives.
uh,
Yeah,
your relatives-in-law. I
yeah,
know what
my
you mean.
relatives in law. Yeah,
Yeah, I know how that is. I, of course, I'm an American. Some families are quite large and some families are quite small. It's pretty much relative. Uh, but of course, I live now in the Philippines. In the Philippines, we can't go anywhere. We go to Manila. We travel some 5 or 6 hours away, and we're walking down the street, and my wife will go, "Oh," she'll just start talking to somebody, and I'll think, "Oh my God, she's gone crazy. She's finally gone bonkers. What is
M-
she doing?
my
She's
mom.
talking to some
Okay.
stranger on the street, and it'll be, oh, this is my cousin, Luinda. What the? Seriously?
My mother-in-law had if I guess 8 sisters.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Well, there you go.
Yes, only one of them now is alive. Yeah.
But they had children, and so
Yeah, a
there's
lot of children, and I don't know any
yeah,
of them.
great multitude.
No, no,
Yeah.
someone I know, but n- not a lot.
Okay. Uh, yeah, it's interesting when they. I don't know. When my wife does this, it freaks me out every time. It's happened several times. She'll just start talking to somebody. Oh, that's my cousin. Oh, really? Okay. Well, you know we're like 8 hours from our house. How did you? Oh, I don't know. She just happened to be walking down the street. Okay. Isaac, welcome to the class. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello everybody.
Hi. Uh, Isaac, how about you? Do you come from a large family, would you say, or a small family?
What is the better, small or large?
Yeah, that's your, I'm asking about your family size. Is your extended family, including aunts and uncles, your mother and your father's brothers and sisters?
Okay,
Uh,
in my family we have I I am married and I have my daughter and two childs and my wife. So we have five elements in the family. So I don't know. I don't know if it's small or large. Maybe
Okay.
it's large.
Well, that would be your what we would refer to in English as your nuclear family. All
Yes.
right. Okay. But it's very relative. Is that small or large? In in Chinese culture, two parents, one child, the one child
Yes.
rule. That's it. That's what a family is.
Yes.
You're very
Okay.
privileged if you have two children, for example. Um, what's smaller, what's large. The standard American family was basically considered for many years to be husband, wife, and two children,
Yes.
boy and
Yes.
girl. But
That's right.
yeah, but it's all relative. Uh, my father had one brother and two sisters, so kind of large. My mother, on the other hand, has five sisters and six brothers, 12 children. Yeah, so yeah, I have great multitudes of cousins whom I don't hardly know, of course. Uh, do you have a lot of cousins, Isaac?
Sorry?
Do you have many cousins?
Cousins.
Yeah. Do you know cousins? The the children of your parents, your mother and father's brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Their children are your cousins.
Oh, my father. It's that. It's only we have only have one brother and one sister.
Okay. And do they have any children?
Yes, my brother is only one child, and my sister the same one child. Only me with
Okay.
three childs. No,
Three children.
children. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Um, okay, but that's your brother and your sister. Their children to you, if it's a boy, it's a nephew. If it's a girl, it's a niece.
Okay.
Uh, Nephew is a boy and a niece is a girl. So those are your brothers and sisters' kids. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, right. Um, Nieces and nephews. Okay. All right. I'll come back to you in just a minute. Nader. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi again. Hi.
Maybe the first time today.
Yeah. Okay. So Nader, do you come from a large extended family or relatively small?
Sorry, is it
I
me?
asked. I asked if you do you come from a large family?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, you.
Okay, sorry. Yes, it's a fairly large family. I have like 20 cousins.
Yeah, that's fairly large. Okay. Is that the norm? You're originally from Egypt. Is that the norm in Egypt to have large families?
Yes, yes, that's the norm. I would say that
Yeah.
because the average is from 2 to 3 children per family. So this generation has less children than before. Before it was like 6, 8, 5, like this. So
Yeah.
my grandfather has like 6 children. So now it's becoming less and less. People are now satisfied after their second child. So few, not it's the normal is two children, but some people prefer to have up to 3. But more
Okay.
than 3 is considered a large family. It's not the normal. If you say I have 4 children, people may get surprised at it.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Here in the Philippines, 4 children is fairly normal, actually. They still are doing the large family thing here. Yeah. Interestingly, here in the Philippines, I read a crazy statistic, which I had to research because I couldn't believe it, but it turns out I've very, very similar numbers. According to different research groups, 38% of the population, that's over a third, is 16 years old or younger, which makes perfect sense because the population has boomed in the last few years. So here it's a very, very young population. Max, how about in Russia? Is the average age getting older and older? So in other words, people are having less children, and people get older for various factors, actually.
I'm not sure, but our television always television is talking or is are talking television.
Television, okay, TV shows are always talking about.
TV shows are always talking about that the population of Russia is growing up, rise up, but this is immigrants from other country, I think.
Okay, population is rising or the population is growing.
Rising.
Yeah.
Growing, yeah.
Largely due to immigration. Well, it's in the United States, same thing. Basically, immigration is driving the population increase. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about, but I didn't look at statistics. What around me? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. If you didn't research, you didn't look at statistics, you can talk about just what you see with your eyes. We refer to that as anecdotal. Anecdotal evidence. Okay, just like my neighbors told me, or my family tells me, my friends tell me. This is just anecdotal evidence. What you see, what you observe, and what you'd hear, just in your normal life. But okay. Do there seem to be a lot of children in your town?
We have some kind of problem with kindergarten. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I think it's not because a lot of child was grown, was born.
What's the problem?
I think it's because 10 years ago a lot of kindergarten was closed down and take apart really. Not 10 years ago, I think 20 years ago.
Okay.
And today the government have to build new. It's a catch-22. 20 years ago take apart and now build new.
That's a little odd, frankly.
Yeah, really.
Well, it is. I mean, eventually your population is going to increase. You're pretty much. Well, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. In Japan, the population is decreasing. Some countries, the population is actually decreasing. So,
I think.
Isaac? Yeah.
Yes, I think the population is between 20 and 30 years old. In Mexico, examples, it's a
Very
population between, yes, it's between in the 20, 25 and 30, 25 years old. No,
Wow. Yeah, well,
this
that's
is
pretty
the
young.
this is the average. Yes,
It's very young. Japan is like around 40 or something. Um,
40.
well, I'm not sure about that. This is anecdotal evidence. Okay. What I seem to remember is I know they have the oldest average age is in Japan, but it seems 25, 30 is that area is that seems quite young. Okay, that means a lot of kids running around. Um, I have a question for you, in Isaac. In Mexico, what do you do with the old people when you have elderly grandparents and so forth? What happens to them? How does society take care of them?
And the again, please, the question.
Um, in general, in Mexico,
Yes.
you can use personal examples if you want to or not. In general,
Uh huh.
how are the elderly old people taken care of in your society? Do Does somebody in the family take them in? Do they have a room in your house, for example? Um, are they sent to a special place? Like in the United States, they're sent to a nursing home or whatever, a place where they can get extra care. There's a nurses take care of them and so forth. How about in Mexico?
Mm, well, when the all general population, the old years, yes, and retires maybe only to travel or dedicate to hobbies. So yes, I don't know.
So where do they stay? Do they generally stay with their children? Do they remain independent? Are there nursing homes? Are there places where old people go basically live in a building all together? They all have a room and they're watched by nurses and caretakers. In English, we have a more
Yes, for the chat. Mm,
uh, kind of a little bit derogatory, not really, but yeah, I don't know, more
my,
slangy. In the United States, you might put your grandmother in the old folks' home. It's time for grandma to go to the old folks' home. She can't take
okay.
care of herself anymore. Like like that. I'm asking what happened here in the Philippines. It's not like that. There are no elderly care facilities here. They're zero. So it's up to the families to take care of their elderly. I was wondering if that was the case in Mexico.
It's a similar, and the
Okay,
yes.
right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. I get the idea. And Nader, um, how about in
Yes.
Gulf
Yeah,
countries?
it's almost.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Huh? Connection problem?
Sorry. Hello.
Okay. Yeah. I think I lost you
Now you
for a
can
minute.
hear me.
Yeah. Now I
Okay.
can.
So, yeah.
Ah, okay. Uh, maybe he can tell us about that when he comes back. Max, how about in Russia? How does society take care of the old folks, the old fogies?
Uh, I think society doesn't care about
Okay.
about older people. Uh,
So what happens to them generally?
it's for me it's so weird to turn older in Russia. I think I don't know.
What do you mean? It's weird. It's weird to turn old.
Uh,
It's unusual. Nobody gets old.
it's hard to explain. Uh, for understand, you need to live in Russia.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, how are they generally taken care of? Do they remain independent? They have their own apartment or whatever? Stay at the dacha? What's the deal? Do they stay with their children generally, or do you have specialized facilities for elderly care? Are there such facilities in Russia? Let me start there.
what do you mean by facility?
Well, okay. It's hard to explain if you're not familiar with it, but basically it's like this. All right. I had an aunt who'd had a stroke, so she could barely feed herself, and her husband had to work. So there was nobody there. Either they had to hire a private nurse to sit there with her every day to literally change her because she couldn't go to the bathroom by herself. She couldn't eat by herself. So he had no choice but to put her in one of these homes. I used to visit her there, and it looks like a college dormitory, okay, with each elderly person has their own room that's much like a dormitory room in university, about the same size. They've got a TV, they've got a window, they've got heat control to control their room. They've got a buzzer so they can call for help if they need to. They have a hospital
Yeah.
bed that goes. So they have. It's like staying in the hospital slash dormitory, and they stay there, and you have to pay them, obviously. But believe it or not, it's actually cheaper than hiring a private nurse. And there's always a nurse, one doctor on duty, and a couple nurses on duty at all times. Caregivers help feed her, and if there's there's elderly people that need oxygen, they push them around in a wheelchair. There's people taking care of them 24/7. Okay,
Yeah, I
there's
got it. I
a
think
lot of old
I
people.
think
Yeah.
in Russia we have the same
Okay.
places for older people.
Okay.
But I think older people don't like to go in this place. I don't know.
Who would?
It's like
Yeah.
who would? Yeah, really.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, frankly, I have a little experience going to a couple of them in the United States, and the older people that seem to be more active, and they have like games, and they play bingo and handicrafts, and they do activities. They go for walks, and they do things. The ones that are more active kind of enjoy it because they have friends there that they see every day. But the ones that are more invalid definitely clearly are
My
not enjoying it.
my grandmother lived lived with us before she passed away.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's common to do it either way. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. In the United States, sometimes the grandmother lives with the family. If somebody's got to be there. If the husband works and the wife doesn't work, then maybe the wife can, take care of her mother or his mother. Possibly, but of course that's increasingly difficult as more and more families, both the husband and wife, have to work just to survive and pay the bills. So as that becomes increasingly difficult, more and more times the older person is sent to one of these homes. Nader, are you there? Yeah.
It's very noisy here. Sorry.
Okay. A little street interaction there. Uh,
Yes, good. Good. Yes. Now I guess it's noisy.
okay. Okay. So we've been talking about elderly care. Well, what's it like in the Gulf countries?
Yes, it's very derogatory to send your father or mother to nursery home or something
Hmm.
like this. So
Right.
everyone is taking care of his father or mother. But now the problem that I see is that wives do not like to stay with the mother, especially with the mother, with their mother-in-laws.
Oh
You know,
gosh. Yeah.
because yes, of problems. Because she mother-in-laws, you know, they like to criticize the wife.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
the mothers, I guess, they like to stay with their daughters because
Right.
men are more tolerate. You say more tolerating with their mother-in-law, or
More tolerant.
more tolerant, yes,
Yeah. Right. That's it
with their
exactly.
mothers-in-law.
Sure.
Is it the
Uh,
same in the US?
yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. There is the stigma. The idea. Stigma is kind of a type of a kind of a stereotype. Um, yeah, that the mother-in-law that is always nagging.
Yeah,
Exactly, and then the mother-in-law of the husband is always telling him he's no good, and the same thing the mother-in-law of the wife is always telling her she's not a very good housewife. She doesn't keep the house clean enough. She needs to discipline her kids better, so on and so on. Yeah, yeah, that's a very common idea in American culture. Absolutely. Um, Isaac, is such the case in Mexico? Do people, is there a kind of a idea that the mother-in-law is kind of nagging or a little bit harsh on her brother, on her, sorry, on her daughter or son-in-law? Do they have that idea? Isaac, are you there? Not sure if I can keep connection with everyone today. Max, how about in
I'm
Russia?
here.
Do you get along with your mother-in-law?
Uh, I think I didn't have this experience because uh, I mean I know my mother-in-law only 1 year, 1 year,
Hmm.
and she passed away.
I
Actually,
see.
I'm not sure, but I think we really got along.
Yeah, sometimes it's nonsense. It doesn't, you know. I get along with my mother-in-law. We get along just fine. No problems. So yeah, sometimes it's a stereotype, so it's a generality that's not case. It's really case to case, right? But is there that idea in Russian society or culture about the mother-in-law being hard to deal with?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, tough woman.
right, right. Tough woman.
it's a universal idea.
I think it is universal, actually. I think that's everybody I talk to all over the world. I agree. I think it is universal. Yeah, in English we even have a song, "Mother-in-law, Mother-in-law." Yeah. Anyway, it's an old song. It's like a '50s or early '60s song. You can look it up. It basically, it's pretty funny. Okay. Um,
I guess Eve was the happiest woman on earth, but she doesn't.
funny one. Ooh, good one. Okay. Yeah, didn't have a mother-in-law. True. Okay. Uh, I have a question. family traditions I want to talk about for a second. Of course, we have holidays where we get together with families. I think another universal idea when it comes to families is getting together with your families for special religious or national holidays. I think that's another universal. But in the United States, we have this other thing which you can do at any time. It would likely be on a Saturday or Sunday on a weekend. We'll have a giant picnic in the park or something, and we'll have a family reunion. My family used to do this when I was growing up. Like, maybe it's once a year, maybe it's once every 3 years, 5 years, whenever they get around to it. But I remember going to a family reunion back in the United States, and there would literally, okay, this is your second
Does anyone hear me?
uncle.
Oh.
Sorry, yes, I hear you. And there would be
Sorry, everything was
connection problems.
in.
Max, are you okay? Max, are you being kidnapped? Are you there? Okay. Anyway, I want to ask if there are. Anyway, we would have family reunions. We'd have family from New Mexico, California, Colorado, all over the place. People I had no idea who the heck they were, and only like the grandmother in the family. Only my grandmother would know everybody. Anyway, I'm just curious if you have these really, really extended family reunions. If this is a concept in your countries. Isaac, are you there? No. Let me try Max. Max, are you there? Are you connected? I feel like I'm playing connection roulette today with you guys. Who's connected? Make a bet. Place your bets. Max, are you there? Okay,
I hope.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Max, you are. Max, have you ever heard of a family reunion? Is this any kind of concept in Russia?
In Russia, I think we have some kind of family reunion only twice. I mean, not twice, 2 times. Not 2 times. I mean, when somebody passed away from family, or maybe when somebody married.
Right. Okay. Weddings and funerals. Okay. Obviously, a time you get to see your whole family, usually. But I have to say that in reality, a family reunion is just a little bit different. Because weddings and funerals, yeah, you would most certainly, you would see, of course, your cousin, the cousins and aunts and uncles would all be invited. But a family reunion is, I mean, people like my grandmother's brother's children's children. Whoa, I don't even know what that is. What does that make them? My fourth cousin? I don't even know. Anyway, you would see people very distantly related, people that would not come to the funeral or come to the wedding. They're just too distant. But this whole family reunion idea, you'd see people that were like, wow, way out there on the family tree. Nader, any such idea? You ever do this kind of thing?
No, we don't have this concept. But
No?
some families, they have their own special days for, I guess, like not a whole family reunion, but like my family, we like to gather every festival. So not the whole families are coming, but my aunts and uncles are coming with my grandfather.
Right. Okay, so there
Yeah.
are occasions.
But
All right.
this
Yeah.
is not very common. I found that I am the only one who has this experience uh, among my friends. So
Oh,
I
really?
guess this is not very common.
Yeah.
Yeah, although it's not a very big gathering, I guess people like the idea, so I don't think it's very common. Maybe it's not common among my friends, but it's common somewhere
Right.
else. But from my own experience, I can say it's not very common.
Uh, I once just want to share with you. I once not a clan gathering. That's not exactly right. There's an actual name for it, and I can't remember it. But I was a guest of a friend of mine to go to a Scottish. Now they have a family reunion, and it's absolutely crazy. It's more like a festival or a fair. They have they have music, dancing, food and drink, of course, a big feast. They have events, their own special Scottish events, athletic contests, all kinds of crazy things going on. And they'll have, it's called their clan. They'll have their whole. It's like a family reunion, and these people are all related. But my gosh, we're talking about going back in the family tree 300 years. And they're wearing their kilts, their official Scottish traditional clothing.
Yeah, I like.
Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I went to one. It was in Canada, and there were people from literally worldwide, all over, part of this clan. Um, I was impressed. I thought I had a big family reunion, but this was like, I don't know, 1,000 people or something. Crazy. Wild. Yeah, and what a party!
They
They go
yeah,
wild.
they have to book a venue, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, for sure. Uh, Isaac, are you back with us now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Isaac, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and I mean in Mexico we have a special day. It's a holiday in the second weekend of March, and it's just special to family. It's just the holiday to family day.
Really?
Yes. And it's the same. And it's the family gathers to eat, to drink, and my sisters, my uncles, my my brothers. So it's their reunion familiar.
Ah, that's awesome. Well, that's cool, and everybody does it. It's like a national custom.
Yes, it's national. It's national
Okay,
the holiday in Mexico. The second Sunday of March.
that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, I did not know that. That's interesting, and that's kind of cool. Now, um, of course, Western culture, United States, here in the Philippines as well, we have similar to that, but we have, Mother's Day and Father's Day. And okay, now I guess there's a Grandparents' Day. Um, right? But I like the concept. I think there's a Children's Day now, but I like the concept of Family Day. I think that's even better, actually. I like
It's the
that.
same. The same. It's the Mother Day, the Father Day, the Grandmother
Okay,
Day.
same kind of concept. All right.
Yes.
Okay. I like that. That's a good one. I think we should adopt it internationally. I'm for it. I think that would be great. I kind of really wish that my in-laws, my Filipina in-laws, would have such a gathering. I think that would be cool. It'd be fun. Um, well, maybe I should organize it. Of course, then I'd have to pay for it. Hmm.
Be
uh,
careful.
be careful what you wish for. Yeah, no kidding. Absolutely.
Yes, yeah, as long as it stays in your mind, no problem. But when you say it, be careful.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Uh, yeah. I, to be honest, right now I have some of my some of my family staying with my nuclear family, my wife and my kids and I. My sister-in-law is staying with us, and my father-in-law, because my sister-in-law had some surgery, not life-threatening or anything, just necessary surgery, and she's recuperating at my house, so my wife can help take care of her. And I guess my father-in-law came to see if he could help out, but oh boy, I don't know. I don't know how much help. I don't know. Here I am. This is where I live now in my office. I'm like stuck in here. I feel like an outcast because
You know,
yeah.
we have a proverb: we bring you to help us, and then you find that you need help.
Yeah, well, that's the way it is, you know. I'm getting ready, getting ready for class this morning. I'm taking a shower, and my my father-in-law, being helpful, starts running the water in the kitchen, which is attached to the, of course, the water in the bathroom. So my nice hot shower becomes nice and freezing cold. Well, thank you very much for doing the dishes, but really you could wait. And he's watching the kids. I'm getting ready to start a class. He's playing with the kids. That's wonderful. Grandfather playing with the grandchildren. But he chases them into my office just as I'm about to start the verbling class, and they're screaming and giggling. Oh, thank you for being helpful.
In
Yeah.
Russia, we have some phrase, your love to your relatives equal distance from these relatives to you.
Oh, I think okay. All right. I think I got the idea. Your love for your relatives is equal to the distance from them. Like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as much distance as as much your love.
I get it. Okay, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right now. Yeah. And then, okay, whatever. And then I'm fighting the losing battle of, okay, they're being helpful, clean the house, so they put things where I would never put them, and I can't find anything, Oh my God, where's the remote control? Oh geez, where's my cell phone? Who moved my cell phone? What's going on? So yeah, I feel like I'm living in somebody else's house. I don't know what's going on. But hey, that's family, right? What are you gonna do? Uh, yeah, family's fun in in small bites. I guess. I don't know. Have you ever, since you're both grown adults here, have you ever lived with your family or had your family live with you for any extended period of time, Isaac? Like your brother or sister, have they ever lived with you? Or your father or mother, grandmother, anybody? Stayed with you for a long time? Isaac, have I lost you again? Oh, okay. Appear to have lost him again. Max, how about you?
What about me?
Uh, what about you? Have you ever
Right,
had
right.
someone in your family stay with you for a long period of time? Like
For a long period of time.
yeah,
Uh,
couple weeks,
I'm not
like that, on holiday, your
1
relatives?
week. I think the last summer.
Uh-huh.
Uh, one cousin from one my wife's cousins with all of her family. It's like three children. Yeah, it was horrible time. I don't know.
It was a horrible time. Well, it can make you tense, you know. Yeah. Uh, it's a little stressful, frankly. I know.
Yeah,
can't walk around your house
I
in
have
your underwear, you know. You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
have two child, and add three child, it would be five child. And it
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Over the Christmas holidays, I had
kindergarten right in my house.
oh right. Oh, believe me, my sister-in-laws. My sister-in-laws have two daughters. One a year older than my oldest daughter, two the same age, and one younger. So there you go. What is that? Six kids within like 2 years old, and then my other daughter, seven. Right, like a kindergarten kids, and they're all girls. There's no boys. So high pitched, like constantly running around, laughing and screaming. Oh my god, make it stop! But what are you gonna do? Okay, very funny. Weird question, Max. Do you have any old pictures of your family? Do you have any? Do you have any family heirlooms or things that have been in your family for a long, long time, like old pictures or I don't know, jewelry or paintings, artwork, anything like that? A family heirloom. Have I now lost you, Max? My goodness. Isaac, are you back?
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, there we go. Okay. You guys are taking turns losing connection.
Yes,
Luckily,
it's very very bad the provider
somebody
service. Yes.
yeah. Somebody always has connection though, so that's good. Do you have any old photographs or artwork or anything that's been in your family for a long time?
Maybe I need to find one moment.
Hmm.
No, in this moment, don't have, don't have.
Not really. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, all right. Do you have any old pictures? What's the oldest picture of a family member you have?
The picture?
Picture, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let me
Picture
check.
or painting.
Mhm.
What's the oldest picture of a family member you have?
Let me show the pic. One moment.
Old pictures are kind of fun. Now, okay.
Yes, yes.
Speaking of families, you know, this is the kind of thing my grandmother would always do when I would go visit her. She would get the photo album. Now, of course, we have digital photos and we have photos stored on our computer or our devices. But of course, back in the day, Grandma always had a photo album, and she would love to show you the pictures of you as a baby and your parents as babies or children, that kind of thing, right? Kind of fun. Uh, are you? What are you doing, Isaac? Are you? Oh, there we go. Okay, thanks. Cool. All right. Let's take a peek. Uh, oh, look at
You can
that.
you can see the pic.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, this is my grandma
Okay.
and my two children, my hunger.
Okay. And your what? Your two children, your grandmother, and your what?
In my doctor, my doctor, my
Daughter. Daughter.
doctor. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah. There you go. Oh, lovely. Lovely family. You
Thank you.
some attractive looking children there. You must have got that from your wife.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Right. Nice. Thanks for sharing that. That was kind of cool. That's great. That's a great picture. Nader, do you have a favorite picture of your family, or an old picture that you keep around? No. Okay. Fair enough. How about you, Max? Are you there? Save pics of your children. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Me too. I don't. Okay. I don't know. Probably a late part of class. There was only 30 seconds left to go into this, but in a way, the fact that my wife takes roughly 8,000 pictures every month kind of dilutes the fact, kind of dilutes the idea of photographs. Now that we can take, 100 photographs every day, it seems like, yeah, well, there's too many to make them important. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. A printed book of digitals. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do, frankly. I think that's a good idea. To get all those, I don't know how many thousands of pictures I have. Yeah, that's my wife's job. Exactly, Isaac. Thank you. That's something for my wife to do. She can give it to me for my birthday or something. There you go. Good idea. But she has to do the work. Okay. It is a nice idea. Thank you for that. Thanks for sharing that idea. Guess what, gentlemen? I am out of time, so I'm going to bid you adieu for now. I'll see you next time here on Verbling. I'll be back in about an hour, actually. I'm going to go have lunch. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for